Call of Duty Ghost. When I first put this game into my disc tray and started it up and played some multiplayer, I expected to put many bullets into people, finding that they would either run away behind the corner, turn back around, and two-shot me. But I didn't get exactly what I expected. What's going on, guys? It's Beast Armada bringing you a Call of Duty Ghost multiplayer gameplay commentary. Feels weird saying that, it really does. Usually I'm used to saying Black Ops 2 or Modern Warfare 3 or just any other Call of Duty. But for once I actually can say I can do a Ghost commentary. Now, this commentary is going to be my first impressions of the game, and I'm not going to BS you guys in any way, shape, or form. I'm going to give you my honest opinions, good and bad, what I feel about the game at its current state that it's in. This is, of course, a reused gameplay. I apologize because I don't have any gameplay saved up, seeing as I am recording a Rush to Commander series, and I don't want to show any new content, so I hope you guys can understand. So I'm going to rehash a little bit of the old used gameplay already in episode 1. So again, I apologize for re-uploading. But like I said, I try to cut it down. I'm trying to get all the Rush to Commanders out to you guys, and then I can get you some other gameplay that's not Rush to Commander related. But anyways, I'll go ahead and get into a few things that I was concerned about going into Ghost, and that is one of them. It looked like I died behind the wall. But if you actually think about it, you really do die extremely fast in this game, and I don't think that was one of the problems. It seems like the hit detection is actually pretty good in this game. But on top of that being said, you die extremely fast. So when I say extremely fast, it's probably almost as fast as hardcore and Black Ops 2. That's pretty fast. Now, I don't know how hardcore is in this game. I can only imagine it's probably about the same. I know that sounds kind of weird, you know, saying hardcore sounds the same as the regular playlist. But honestly, that's about how fast you drop people in this game. You literally shoot someone and they insta-die, it seems like, or you insta-die. And I want to go ahead and warn you guys in my live commentaries, you're going to hear a little bit of rage. I don't rage too bad, I don't think, but I do get rather frustrated with a few things that you know, do concern me about this game. Another one of the big concerns, besides dying really fast in the extremely large maps. I know a lot of people you know, are saying that they built this game for next-gen console, and I understand, you know, that's fine, that's very understandable. This is the Call of Duty to pretty much essentially be launched on next-gen console. I know that the next-gen aren't out at the moment, but they pretty much did build this game around the next-generation consoles, which is completely fine. I mean, honestly, I can't afford a next-gen console at the state of money I'm in right now, which is understandable, just because I don't have a job, and you kind of understand I'm not like, you know, I don't get money handed to me, and I don't get stuff bought for me. So, you know, I'm pretty much essentially on my own with buying, you know, I guess luxurious items. I was trying to mix luxury and luxurious, and it did not go well. But that's what I can't, you know, just buy willy-nilly. You know, I have to use my money wisely and spend it on more important things like bills and stuff. I don't have that many bills to pay, but, you know, truck payments are definitely required, you know, insurance stuff, more important stuff like that. I'd rather pay opposed to, you know, luxury items. I would like to be able to buy luxury items, but I just can't at the time, and that's the state that a lot of people are in. So with that out of the way, honestly, though, these maps are pretty big. Even if there was a Ground War playlist on the current gen consoles, I still think a lot of the maps would be quite large. I think it seems like the maps essentially could fit about 12 versus 12 or even more, probably about 15 versus 15, and it would still seem pretty large. Especially that one castle map, and I think another map is called Siege. If any of you have played on it, you'll know what I'm talking about. You'll probably see me playing it a few times. Anytime I see that map in the rotation, I usually back out or vote to skip it, and most of the people probably do as well. Just because I cannot play on that map, it's too slow, it is too boring in my opinion, and I just can't play it. That's one of the things out of the way. That's a negative. I'm just going to get all the negatives out of the way, and I'll land it on a high note. Another negative is that dog kill streak, Riley the dog, or whatever you want to call him, that little 5 kill streak that's in the assault package that I think is generally the default strike package that you can start off on before you get to really, you know, make a custom class after you've unlocked a few things. So pretty much a lot of people are going to be running this, and, you know, it's not too difficult to get a 5 kill streak in Ghost if you're, you know, a pretty average player and you play and you know a little bit about the game. Most people don't have that much trouble getting to a 5 kill streak, especially if you run hardline where it only requires 4, I believe. It's not that difficult to get that kill streak. And now I know that Riley the dog doesn't get that many kills, but he is definitely annoying whenever you're a you know, rusher like myself, where you'll just run into him all the time, especially when you're trying to get in the back of people's base, you know, like trying to get up behind them. He'll just come out of nowhere, and you pretty much have literally almost zero time to react. and he will kill you, obviously in one bite, which I understand. If it's a one-hit kill, that's fine. But they need to make it maybe a higher kill streak. I've talked about this in some of my live commentaries, which you'll see if you do decide to watch them. I apologize for the rage again, but it's going to happen. I'm just warning you guys pretty ahead of time. But the dog definitely needs to be up, higher kill streak. Either that or easier to kill. I'm just going to say higher kill streak because he's already decently easy to kill, but he's just still annoying because you see him too much. So a higher kill streak, maybe a 7, hopefully an 8 would be nice, but I don't know if they're going to change that. Okay, so some of the positive things. I did talk about this, is the hit detection seems pretty much spot on. I'm glad to see that they actually have updated that and made the hit detection much more refined, which is great to see in a Call of Duty game, because hit detection is everything when you're running a very fast-paced shooter like this one. And I'm very excited to see that. That's really cool. Another thing is the pistols don't seem to be overpowered. I mean, I haven't used any of them really. The ones that I do use, this one right here in particular, in my opinion, it's terrible. The only time it's actually really good is when the person's about 5 to 10 feet away from you, which is completely understandable because it is your sidearm and that should be essentially your last resort. So I change out here and I get another Honey Badger assault rifle. And for the longest time I thought this was an SMG. I just thought that'd be a funny side note to note to you guys. But that's another positive thing. The pistols were a big concern in Black Ops 2 and Ghost, of course, because Black Ops 2's pistols were extremely unbalanced and a lot of people didn't consider them fair, and I myself included. I did not like the pistols. I did not think they were balanced and or fair. So props to Infinity Ward for actually noticing that and addressing it properly, it seems like. But we'll have to see later on how people use the rest of the pistols whenever people get to use them more. But so far they seem pretty balanced. That's a good note. Weapon balance. So far, no weapon seems to really dominate. You can seem to do pretty much well with any weapon, and that goes back to the high death count, like not death count, but the fact that you die very quickly. I think that pretty much renders any weapon that can be considered overpowered essentially useless. But I will have to say that the marksman weapons stick out a little bit to me about being a little bit too high on damage. I've seen some of them get one-hit kills, which does concern me quite a little bit, seeing as the MK14, whatever in Modern Warfare 3 was quite overpowered. Those were some of my concerns about it, but it seems like that's one of the things that were a little bit OP. I don't know. We'll have to see later on as the game advances and see how unbalanced or balanced they could be. One positive thing I would also like to note is that the movement is very fluent, and I wanted to end this on a high note. The movement is amazing in this game, and I'm glad they brought back Marathon so I can have a limited sprint. But I pretty much hope you guys enjoyed this commentary. That pretty much wraps it up. You guys, of course, have an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next one.